How to gain self-control. Can you control your thoughts? Or are your thoughts controlling you? Are they plaguing you? Are they telling you what to do, how to feel, how to act? Which way is it? It's a question of self-control, is it? Being in control of yourself, being in control of your thoughts. That's where it all starts. If you can control your thoughts, then you can have self-control. You can gain self-control. That's how you gain self-control. Why do I say that that's where it all starts? Because the thought is always before the feeling or before the so-called emotion. So first we think something, and because we think that causes us to feel something, which we then sort of, label as emotion, and that then, causes or spurs us into some sort of an action. So thoughts are very important because they have such a big hold on our life. And many people think that their thoughts control them, and that there is no way that they can control their thoughts. Because you see, in this world that we live in, most of the people, actually identify with their thoughts, identify with their mind. They think that whatever they think, that's who they are. I mean, it's obviously a huge mistake, but people suffer because of that. People are not in control because of that. They develop all sorts of feelings and emotions and struggles because of that, because they're not controlling their thoughts, and they don't even know that they can control their thoughts, that they can learn how to control their thoughts. And it's as I always say, and I don't want to be funny. It is easy when you know how. It is easy to gain self-control when you know how. It is easy to control your thoughts when you know how. And when you really understand and experience how thoughts really do not matter that much at all. Like more than 90% of our thoughts are totally unimportant. We can just flick them away, clear the space from our thoughts, throw them away, throw them, flick them, push them away. We can do whatever we like with our thoughts, because most of them are just rubbish. As humans, as alive, let's say as alive that we are born into this body that is our limitation, and this body has certain organs that they sort of function in a beautiful way to keep us, alive in this body, to keep us sort of functioning in this body. And one of these organs is obviously a brain. And brain, as I said before in many of my videos, brain works all the time. Thoughts are being produced all the time, non-stop, 24/7. They never stop. But what you do about it, what is your attitude towards these thoughts? This is a question of how much in control are of your life, how much self-control you have. And once you have control over your life, once you can control what's happening inside you, and once you understand that you are not your brain, you are not your mind, you are this consciousness in here that you can reach whenever you like, whenever you feel like it, and stay there for as long as you wish to, for as long as it feels comfortable. And when you sit there and you observe your thoughts, and thoughts come and thoughts go, and then you can just pay attention to the thought that you want to pay attention to, and the others you flick. You don't pay any attention to them. You don't even need to flick them, because you don't pay any attention to them. Because you see, when you're in here, with the pure existence is the one that was already there before your brain developed, before your mind developed, before you started attaching to yourself to all these thoughts that come and go all the time, 24/7, even when you're sleeping. Before all that, there was this existence that is still there. And when you merge yourself with it, when you merge yourself with your true self, as I like to call it, everything else is pretty much irrelevant. You don't need to pay attention to it. You can choose to pay attention to it when you come up a little bit further up, towards your impressionable level, where you're using your brain, where you're using your mind to work certain things out, to work how to do something, or to work out what you need to do, ask yourself certain questions, or implant certain thoughts that sort of benefit you, create certain thoughts that are beneficial for you. Yes, but when you merge with your true existence, with your true self, and there is everything is just as is. Nothing is plaguing you, nothing is bothering you, and nothing really matters. It is very important to understand that. You are not your mind, and you're not your body either. But don't let your mind, what I mean by that is your thoughts. Don't let your thoughts control your life, because you do not need to pay any attention to your thoughts. You will still exist. You can choose which thoughts you pay attention to. You can choose which thoughts you create yourself. And the rest you just don't bother. And the life that you will live when you practice these things, and I will show you, and I've already showed you in some of my videos, but I will show you this again in tomorrow's video. I will show you the exact process that you go through to sort of merge yourself as much as you can with your true self, with a pure existence, and rest there. And then when you come up back a little bit, and then you can just observe your thoughts, not pay any attention to them. They come and they go. And the feelings and the emotions they sort of induce, they come and go too. Everything comes and goes. What stays is in here, your true self, your true existence. It is not bothered by any of that. And once you learn all that, and I will show you the process tomorrow, you can practice this on a daily basis, and you will become more and more stable inside yourself, connected with your true self. And you will pay less and less attention to all these distractions that are really of no consequence to your life, to your existence. You will enjoy life so much more. You will live it on and experience it. That's the word, experience it. That's the most important word. Life is to be experienced. Life is experience. You will experience it on a much deeper level, and very little troubled by very little. And your attitude towards everything in life, how it's supposed to be lived, how it's supposed to be experienced moment by moment, step by step, hour by hour, day by day, will change. And everything will become much deeper, much more experienced on a much deeper level, and will open up as a almost, bliss. As a wonderful, wonderful, open, unending, loving, caring experience. So as I said, I will show you the exact process tomorrow that then you can go through and practice on a daily basis and start benefiting from it. Thank you from today. Visit me on my channel daily, and use all the other great videos on YouTube from some people who really understand what life is about, how it is to be lived in a pragmatic sort of a fashion, if you want to get most out of it. And as always, I use some programs underneath that you can use if you want to, but up to you. You don't need to. Thank you. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.